Vijayakumar from the Department of English, associated with the Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, Bangalore. Today's presentation is on writing a powerful statement of purpose. Many a times students come to me asking me how to draft a powerful statement of purpose. And usually statement of purposes should be specific and not generic. We usually as students have a tendency to use statement of purposes from the internet where they look very generic. So this presentation is about how to write a specific, domain specific statement of purpose as pertaining to your domain. So I'm going to discuss about 4 strategies which are very simple yet powerful. These 4 strategies will help you to remember and draft a very good statement of purpose. So those 4 strategies are: 1. The use of mnemonics to remember your message or what you want to draft, and 2. Using narrative techniques to write, and 3. Illustrating your statement of purpose with examples, and the 4th strategy to do a powerful SOP is called as the self-questioning matrix. So we are going to discuss about these 4 aspects which can help you to build a powerful statement of purpose. So let's just go to the first one. Now how? Rather than saying mnemonics, it will be better to apply abbreviations. For example, how to write a very good opening statement for your resume. OS, apply OS. OS stands for opening statement. I'll give an example. Usually when students write their statement of purpose, they say that I'm really passionate about this branch. Since my childhood days, I had a great quest and eagerness to do this particular course. My dad motivated me. These are very, these statements sound very cliched and hyperbolic. It is better to use narrative techniques. I'll give you an example on how to use a narrative technique. For example, let's say a student from mechanical engineering who writes an SOP. He could say, for example, the narrative technique could be, when I was a child, my dad used to take me to a lot of shops. I was fascinated by toys, toy cars and toy bikes. Just like any child, I brought it home, but I did not play with it. I just dismantled it into pieces and reassembled it. That is when my quest for mechanical engineering began. So rather than writing in a very cliched manner, it is better to use narrative technique. Or to give you another example from library science, a candidate who writes an SOP could state that I am very passionate and curious about books. I am a good reader since my childhood days. So I felt that this particular domain, library science, would be appropriate to my skill. This is one way of saying, very descriptive. But same thing could be brought up in a very powerful narrative style. The style could be, when my aunt passed away, she just left me a great legacy of 500 books, and my association with the books grew from then on, and I decided that I should choose a profession which is related to the books, and hence I became a librarian. So you can come out with some narrative techniques. This is called the technique 1. Building a very powerful opening statement using narration. Or strategy 2 could be about your, the second part of your resume should be about your undergraduation, as to why you did your undergraduation and how you honed your skills in your undergraduate degree. So, and you have to give it examples. And remember, always your statement of purpose should be supported with examples which are lucid. So the example could be, you can talk about your undergraduate years as to how you honed your skills. You could say, when I was a final year student, I was involved in a project. That project really helped me to learn the subtle nuances. So you could describe what the project is further and describe it clearly. And that strategy is called as explaining something with illustrations. And then SC, the third abbreviation, remember SC, stands for specific course. If someone were to ask you, why did you choose mechanical engineering? Or why did you choose electrical engineering? You should find an answer for that. You cannot say you are passionate about it, just like that, but you need to support what you want to say with examples. So that is called as SC. Why did you choose this specific course? You need to have strong reasons to support your answer. So remember, the third one is C. And the next one is PC. Usually when people apply for other countries, they write the statement of purpose, either for doing an postgraduate program overseas, they write their SOP. So in your SOP, one part of your SOP is why do you choose a particular country. Probably you could apply for Canada, you could apply for United Kingdom. If you apply for Canada, you should be able to justify why you are applying for Canada and not for any other country. Why that particular country? You need to make a lot of research, ample research, and decide and give reasons for your justification. And then specific university. Suppose even if you are applying in Canada, there could be different universities. Now, if you want to apply for a particular university, you need to give justification as to why you chose that particular university. What kind of research you did. Did you visit their website? Did you look at what their professors are doing? What is their research input? In what way would your skill set exactly match with that particular university? So you need to justify that that is the right university for me to apply my post-graduation there. So hence, the committee will be really impressed, because people write a lot of SOPs and not all SO statement of purposes are picked. So you need to be really impressive, you need to be genuine, you need to write an SOP that matches your skills. And then you need to talk about your areas of interest, what your areas of interest are. And that should be supported by examples, live examples as I said. And the two most important things I want to emphasize here are NE. This NE stands for no excuses. Sometimes when students write the statement of purpose, they say an excuse. I did not get good marks in undergraduation because when I was an undergrad, my father got sick and as a result my grades suffered. These are the kind of excuses that no examiner will like, and these are the kind of excuses that you shouldn't look for. You should always focus only on your strengths. So whenever you write your SOP, don't find any excuses, focus only on your strengths. And ultimately, the most important point is write something in clear English. Many times we come across candidates who would like to impress others by by thinking that if I write in a flowery English, if I use sophisticated words, if I write words that are really bombastic, people will like. That is usually a myth. Your English has to be lucid, it has to be clear, it has to be concise. Don't really worry about or be very meticulous about drafting a very complicated verbose style. Maintain a very simple style, a plain English. And that is what you need to remember, clear English. And ultimately the fourth strategy. In this lecture, I am just telling you 4 strategies on how to write an effective SOP. One strategy is called as the strategy of mnemonizing or drawing out abbreviations. Strategy 2 is just explaining your SOP with narration. And strategy 3, explaining it with illustrations. And 4, using questions. So develop these questions. Ask yourself these questions and try to answer these questions. Your SOP is ready. Simple strategy to write your resume. So please look at these questions like, why did I choose this branch? Why do I want to do my post-graduation? Why this particular university? Why I want to develop a passion for my field? How am I going to sustain that passion? What is my future career goals? If you answer all these questions, your SOP will be fine. And ultimately, you can develop a self-questioning matrix. You can put all the questions at one side and develop a box called the examples, experiences and anecdotes, and support all your matrix with these examples, experiences and anecdotes. Your SOP will be an impressive SOP. So I hope that these 4 strategies have helped you to craft a good statement of purpose. Thank you.